just making this to put out some of the stupid stories about when I was younger. In this video, there is a crime from when I was 9. A really stupid argument I've had when I was 6, I think. And a really, really dumb thing I did when I was like 5. So let's start with the crime. When I was 9, me and my friend had an argument about whether or not a pebble could break a window. And I and my mom, and after school I was walking to my mom's office because she worked like 2 blocks away from where I went to elementary school. So I just walked there after school and kind of hang out. And so on my way to her office from school, I passed by my dentist's office, like the back side of it, not the front. And there's like rocks around the building. There's like that strip of rocks some houses have for some fucking reason. And I was like, you know what? I could prove my friend wrong right now. There's a lot of pebbles here, and there's a window right there. It's perfect. And so I picked up a pebble from this strip of rocks around my dentist's office and threw it at the window. And it wasn't a light throw either. I threw it with all the force my 9-year-old body could fucking muster. And I heard the tink of it hitting. I heard the crack of the window cracking. It didn't shatter, but because it was a tiny fucking pebble. It was a little pebble, and it was a little boy. I was 9. And so I heard the tap of the pebble on the grass. I heard the crack of the window cracking. I saw the crack, and then I saw my dentist, who had been with a patient, rush to the window and glare at me. And I stood there and stared for a couple minutes. And then I just fucking booked it to my mom's office. Got there a few minutes later and found her on the phone. And all I heard was her saying, no, I'm sorry on his behalf. Please don't call the police. We don't need that. Please, that's the last thing we want. I'm sure it was he didn't mean to actually break it. And I'm sure, and I'll talk to him, I'll deal with him. Please just don't call the cops. And I looked at my mom, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about the police for? And she put her phone down and turned to me, Phil, what the fuck did you just do? I don't know. Phil, I was your dentist. You had a really fun story for me. You want to tell me what you think that really fun story was about, Phil? I'm sorry, I didn't think it would break it. An argument with my friend said windows wouldn't break. And I think she understood probably about half of what I said. I was like, all right, if you do that shit again, I'm beating you until you can't stand. Got it? You're lucky that he didn't call the cops on you. So yeah, I had to switch dentists after that. And that's the story of how elementary school Phil almost got the cops called on him. Next story is, I was like 6, and I was at my friend's house, and we were just kind of like on the internet. I don't remember what we were watching. It wasn't even the internet. It was some like religious show or movie or documentary or some shit. And my friend's mom had. And we were just like, oh, this looks cool. And so we played it, and it was like the birth of Adam was the scene. It was Adam emerging from the soil, because it was showing like the birth of man. And it showed Adam like rising out of the ground, like sitting up, like buried in dirt. And so my friend was like, oh shit, People are made of dirt. And I looked at him, I was like, what? No. People aren't made of dirt. Like, pinch your arm. People are rubber. And me and my friend almost got into a fist fight. I was 6. 6-year-old Phil and his friend almost got into a fist fight over whether people were made out of rubber or dirt. I don't even remember what we were watching, but it was fucking weird. And then there was a third story I promised you. I don't remember what that was. Oh, saving bees or some shit. Yeah, so preface for this is a story I've told like twice because I have a friend who got like really weirdly into animal rights activism, which like, okay, that's fine, but don't like fucking start screaming at people because they eat honey. Like, whatever. But that's what my friend did. She got, at the time he got really pissed at me because I was eating a peanut butter and honey Uncrustables. She's like, oh, that's got honey in it. It's got honey. You're disrespecting the bees by eating the honey. Ah, how could you? Like, bitch, I fucking love bees. We have bees. We kept bees at that time. And we mostly just let them do whatever the fuck. Like, we harvested their honey, like, twice a year. Let me block that light for you. Harvested their honey, like, twice a year. And then, I told her then, I was like, oh, but you're still enslaving those poor bees. Like, bitch, I almost died when I was 5, saving a beehive from a bunch of teenagers because they tried to beat it with hockey sticks. And I'm not, like, allergic to bee stings or anything. I don't have a bee allergy. No. 5-year-old Phil saw a group of teenagers with hockey sticks approaching a well-known beehive at the townhomes he used to live at. Because I used to live in townhomes. I lived in townhomes, then I moved to a house out in the country, and now I'm living kind of in the city. It's like a small city. And so this was back when I lived in townhomes. And it's just a group of teenagers with, like, baseball bats and hockey sticks. And they, like, were marching towards it. And I was like, what are they doing? And I went up and asked, like, hey, what are you doing with all that? And I was like, oh, yeah, there's the beehive, and we're going to beat it with sticks to try to get the bees out. And maybe we can get some of their honey. I was like, that's fucking stupid. You're stupid. And so 5-year-old Phil had more common sense than they did. And tried, like, no, that's dumb. You'll get stung and it'll hurt. Like, no, it's fine. 5-year-old me did not understand that going up to the beehive and yelling at it, like, run, they're gonna break your hive, wouldn't help. And so I did. I ran towards the beehive and, like, just started screaming at the hive. Like, trying to get the bees to leave. And then the kids, like, came over, started smashing it, and ran past me. He's like, yeah, see, you're getting stung, idiots. But the bees didn't know that I wasn't part of the attack. And so they just swarmed me. And so I sprinted away. And actually passed out. And then I woke up in the hospital.